Hi everyone, it's your girl NK Virtue and welcome to today's video. I'm really sorry guys for taking a lot of time to upload this video of today's book, of the book of October, the book I'm supposed to review for October. Sorry for taking much time. Life really has been happening and it is Ember month. We entered September, October, and we're in November right now. And it's been a lot. It's been a whole lot. I am trying as much as I can to be able to meet up with my goals for the year so that before the year elapses, I should have been able to meet up with all of them. I am a goal-oriented person and I'm trying as much as possible, planning and doing all that I must in order to round off the year properly and also lay a very good and firm foundation for the year 2025 because it's got to be beautiful. It's got to it's got to give. So I'm just going to say a little stuff before we get into today's book. It's going to be very brief guys because I don't have a lot to talk about. It's not like the book is not juicy and all, but I want to keep the video very short because as we progress on the channel, we are going to be having reviews of other people who have read books based off of our channel and inspiration that goes out. So people are actually picking up the habit of reading. Glory to God, which is one thing that I have really been trusting God would happen as a result of my reading journey and me sharing and putting out my experiences, just so that people can grasp and learn from. So we are going to be doing a challenge. I'm going to put up a video for that, a challenge that will challenge people to read, and so we'll be having reviews from them with time. So the book I have been looking at in the month of October is a book by Napoleon Hill, written a long time ago actually, but still has a lot of impact in our days. It is such an amazing piece. It is Think and Grow Rich, guys. I've been hearing a lot about Think and Grow Rich, but I've never read it or even gone through a summary of it whatsoever or a review. So when I got the book, if you notice, we've been reviewing books on the mind. So I was asking myself if this book is actually about the mind or not, but I noticed it's like a mix of the mind and of business and success in life. There are some principles that Napoleon Hill sets to give his readers. And when I started reading this book, it was quite interesting. It was gingering me. my body was hot. Like, I was inquisitive about what that book was, especially if you've read the book. Or when you start reading, you're going to notice that Napoleon Hill has a way of gingering you, like putting his readers on suspense. He tells you about some steps that if you take, you're going to be rich, you're going to be influential and all of that. But he doesn't necessarily tell you that this is it. Okay, when you start reading the book, between chapter 1 and going down towards the rest of the chapters 1 and 2, very juicy. He gives stories about some men who have done some things and how what they resulted to, the things they did resulted to just amazing. It really pushed me. I remember at some point I was reading I sent a voice note to my pastor. I was like, Pastor, because he told me he had read it before. I was like, wait, no, I told him, I was asking, have you read Think and Grow Rich? He's a reader. Pastor Jude is a reader. So I was like, have you read Think and Grow Rich? She said, yes. I said, what do you think about the piece? Because I'm going mad already. I was super excited at that point and very inquisitive because, like I said, he's one person who he has a mastery of the use of suspense, which is amazing. So one thing about Think and Grow Rich is the fact that it's a book about I don't want to say theories. It's a book about people. The writer actually researched about 250 people. So if I'm getting it wrong, please forgive me. He researched about some businessmen and some people in the society and some steps they took to make it in life. Like from the time he started talking about people, they were literally nothing. Like they were nothing. The poor, broke, really broke, like drop dead, broke. But at the end of the day, they became rich. I don't mean petty money. I mean billionaires, that kind of. So if you are one person who is ambitious, because I definitely am, I'm so ambitious, but not in the way that, in a negative way. Not in a negative way, obviously. Yeah, so he talks about it. And I'm just going to quickly read something I wrote. Because I have noticed, remember the last book, the last book I reviewed, if I'm not mistaken, I spoke about the fact that after reading a lot of books on the mind, there are some particular things that stood out for me. I wasn't expecting I was going to see the similarities in those books, but I noticed when I read the first one, I couldn't really pick it out because that was the first book on the mind. The second, and then as I progressed, I noticed that these writers actually had some things in common. I'm going to share a couple of them with you. It is juicy, and not just juicy, but it works. If you put it into consideration, take it into consideration, you'll notice that it works. And I wrote it down. On the 4th of October last month, I wrote it down. And I wrote definiteness of purpose from Think and Go Rich, and then burning desire. So he talks a lot about definiteness of purpose and burning desire. That harnessing these two does a lot. Okay, so remember, this is to ginger you to read. Okay, so I'm not going to say everything, but I noticed, let me just read exactly what I wrote. Quite similar to Joe Dispenza's Clear Intention and Burning Desire, respectively. So I noticed the writer Napoleon, he was talking a lot about definiteness of purpose, what you want to achieve, and about your business life generally and all, and then your burning desire. So I noticed that definiteness of purpose was going hand in hand with Joe Dispenza's Clear Intention, guys. Definiteness of purpose, clear intention. Definiteness of purpose, clear intention. They are actually very similar. If you notice, if you check well, and then Think and Go Rich or Napoleon Hill's Burning Desire matches Joe Dispenza's not Burning Desire. Sorry, I'm missing out. Elevated Emotion. Okay, I'm going to take it again because I'm already kind of like getting you guys a bit confused. So let's take it again. Burning Desire from Think and Go Rich by Napoleon Hill now matches Elevated Emotions from Joe Dispenza's You Are the Placebo. Yeah, so these are some of the things that come in as similar when I was reading that book. And then also, let me read what I wrote here. Nothing is impossible to the person who backs desires and enduring faith. So desires and enduring faith now comes from another book that I reviewed here. I think Winning the Battle or Winning the War in Your Mind. So if you read these three books, if you can sequentially read these three books, you're going to notice these similarities I'm talking about. So I just want to encourage some of my people on this channel who are actually wanting to start reading or probably start reading books on the mind. If you can pick up these three books, you'll notice these similarities. And these similarities are not just there for nothing. This tells you that these are principles. This is how you draw principles. Okay, principles, life's principles about how to succeed, how to be excellent at what you do, how to stand out. So I always say that there are some things that are not for everybody, obviously. So as we talk, it's not going to be for you. If it's not for you, that's okay. But my audience is people who want to break records, people who want to be outstanding. I was listening to Tony Robbins. He too is an author, amazing author. I think I'm going to pick a book. He's a motivational speaker as well. I think I'm going to read one of his books probably next year. He was talking about good, talking about better, talking about excellent, about the best, talking about a success, talking about an excellent person, and then he said he thought that was like the end of it, but then he came up with outstandingness. Okay, so I'm talking to people who want to move from just being excellent to being outstanding. There are things you have to know. Like I always say on this channel, growth doesn't just happen. You have to be intentional. Burn midnight candles. Do all that you must to make it. And it doesn't matter how much you do. If the Spirit of God is not backing you, please, I would say that you're pretty much wasting time. Sorry it came out. I just have to be blunt with you, because there's nothing that happens in your life that can be good without God at the center of it. So I always like to talk about my own personal experiences. I've been helped by the Holy Spirit a whole lot. So yeah, that's what I want to say about this particular book. That's much I can say. That's how much I can say. I don't want to say too much. I don't want the video to be very long, but I'm going to bring you guys word on the challenge, the reading challenge. I'm excited about it. The reading challenge that is coming up. All right, and I'm sure my people are already reading already, so they are going to be giving us fresh gist by the end of the month. I hope they don't fall my hands. I really hope they don't fall my hands. Yeah, but I want to give you like a glimpse of the book that I'm thinking of reading in this month. I'm gonna do that. So until then, I'm gonna do that. I don't know when. I don't know if I'll do it now or probably next time. But thank you so much for sticking around. Please read Think and Go Rich. Please. Please look for Think and Go Rich and read. I think you're going to be quite impressed, especially the very first part of the book. He talks about 12 principles, secrets, all right, that you need to put into place. These are books that great people have. This is a book that great people have read. Like, I mean, presidents, CEOs. Then, if you want to be this kind of a person, why won't you read Think and Go Rich? Why? So thank you guys for sticking around for today's video. Sorry, I wasted a lot of time to put it up. I also have a video I'm going to put up on a small outing I did up around the mountain. It's a bit juicy. It's actually very juicy. So thank you so much. Have a lovely time. It's your girl, Virtue, and remain blessed. Bye.